Absolutely, John. What a great day to be here talking about this. And what that statistic you just shared about the number of 85s that are going to be with
Mm.
us. What a cause for celebration.
It
With
is.
it both upsides and downsides to getting older. But I think, all told, what a great time to be alive. And I think, the reason that we are embarking on this work and gathering information from members of our community is to make Bath and North East Somerset an age-friendly community, somewhere that people can indeed age well in.
And the thing about this, Simon, is, and there's, I've been doing some background reading on this because it's, as I say, it's an issue I've talked about with our local councils, all of our council leaders for years. And it is, one of the biggest demands on their resources, which is social care. But it's less so now adult social care and more children. And the fact that the number of, the proportion of people who are 65 and older with a social care need is actually going down, not up. So there is obviously those who want to be in their own home and live independently. And then there is the environment where they can do that and feel included and part of society, not excluded because of their age and maybe some challenges that come with age.
100%. And I think, we probably saw this come into sharp focus during the pandemic when actually local communities came together in a way that we had never kind of experienced for quite hadn't experienced for a very long time. And that was people of all ages looking out to one another and supporting one another. And I guess what we're trying to do is to build on that sense of community. And the World Health Organization has looked at this for probably over 30 years, and I've kind of developed a whole model of what an age-friendly community looks like, whether that's around the transport you can access, the houses you live in, the care and support that you've got available to you, right down to how engaged and involved in your local community you feel. And I guess in Bath and North East Somerset, we are in a very fortunate position that we can learn from lots of other places around the UK and around the globe. And indeed, Bristol has got a long tradition of looking at age-friendly communities. So we're standing on the shoulders of giants here in terms of the learning and the knowledge we can gain from other places. But the crucial thing for our area, John, is hearing from our local community, people who live in Bath and North East Somerset. What are the real issues that are affecting them? And that could be, whether you're me entering into mid-50s, or whether you are in your 90s.
And
And it's
those
about
needs are different, aren't they? Because there's an age story floating around at the moment about President Biden, who is 81 years old, and that age. That number 81 is used as a shorthand. It's used as a shorthand to question his cognitive and physical abilities. And I say
yeah,
that because in Chepstow at Chepstow Racecourses was 84-year-old Tom Jones giving it welly on stage. There's the contrast. A man who's 3 years older than the President of the United States, who's still able to command thousands, tens of thousands, banging out his hits. And so age is a number. It's about what you need as you are older to be able to shop, live, and be part, isn't it?
100%. And I think, quite frankly, John, a lot of this comes down to ageism.
Yes.
The very fact you can take a number and go, oh, well, that person couldn't do X or Y. And you're absolutely right. I went to see Suede and the Manic Street Preachers on Saturday, John, in Cardiff
Mm.
Castle, and men in their late 50s, early 60s dancing around. So I don't think we can be so pejorative as to say that because of your age you cannot do something. But you're totally right. I think when we look at what we need around our community, is have we got good transport? Have we got
Mm.
good transport links? Have we got the support that people might need that to maintain their independence? I had a really great conversation with somebody who runs our local dial-a-ride service here in Midsummer Norton, and every week they're supporting someone who is 104 years old, who needs an arm to get onto the bus
Mhm.
to get down to Sainsbury's, but it's actually independent and wants to continue to live independently, but might need some additional support, a tiny little bit of additional support to get down to the shop, right
Is
through to,
and
what
that
are the sorts of things that we can do, John, to keep ourselves fit and well, you know?
and that I suppose is the essence of it. But I mean, there is a survey. You can give out the link so people can take part in the survey. You've had over 1,000 responses to this survey so far. But
Yeah.
Simon Allen, it may well be as simple as something you just said there. An arm to get on the bus. We're not talking about, putting grab rails on every single building in Bath
No,
or making it
no,
all flat. We're talking about very simple things that make aging better as more of us are living longer. And hopefully, if we do certain things, in better health than perhaps our parents and grandparents.
absolutely. And the fact that we're living longer just shows, how things like the
Okay.
NHS have really supported our society over the years. And it is those tiny things.
Yeah.
I think we are clearly in a state of change in terms of demographics in our community. There's some really interesting um, uh, research just around, the numbers of over 65s in Bath and North East Somerset, currently around 35,000 over 65s. 31% of those people will live on their own. And it's, so therefore,
Creating that
actually,
environment. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I think there'll be a lot of people nodding at Simon about creating that environment so all of us can get involved. So how can people get involved in this survey that you're doing, the 2024 Aging Well survey? How can they do that?
so two ways, John. So either people can go to our website, which is www.ageukbaines.co.uk, and they'll find the link straight there on the homepage, or they can give us a call and we will post you out a copy of the survey
Okay.
with a stamped address envelope to get back to us.
Stamped
So if you
address
want to,
envelope. I haven't heard that in years. But great thing. Simon, thank you so much for getting involved. Really good to talk to you about this very important subject as well. Thank you for your time.
thanks, John. Take care.
That is Simon Allen, Chief Executive of Age UK, Bath and North East Somerset. If you want to put that into a search engine of your choice, please do.